going on YouTube? It's Chris the Mentalist Dreyer, aka Dreyer55597, and as promised in my last video, here is the deck list for the Heraldic Beasts. This is just a prototype. I'm gonna say that now. The cards are proxied. I'm gonna say that now. These cards are not out. If the names change, which I don't think they will, but if they do, then this is before the cards came out. Now that I've got that out, shout out to the Unique Alliance. Everybody in the Unique Alliance has played this deck. Everybody has put in their 2 cents. Everybody's, told me, hey, try this, try that. So this is, as always, a team building deck. So shout out to everybody. This is a Unique Alliance deck profile. And when I do have the deck finalized and everything, it will be up on Lord Solar's YouTube channel. So everybody go, if you're not already subscribed, go subscribe to Lord Solar Prime and be ready for the update when Cosmo Blazer comes out. But anyways, we run 3 Heraldic Beast Leo, Heart and Soul of the deck, explained in the last video. If you haven't seen the last video, go check it out now because I'm not going over effects in here. 3 Heraldic Beast Aberconways. Only 2 Heraldic Beast Yell and 1 Heraldic Beast Basilisk. That ends out the Heraldic Beast monsters. Onto the text in the Heraldic Beast deck, we've got 2 Summoner Monk. You pitch out a spell and you can get any Heraldic Beast because they're all level 4. So this is an absolute super toolbox card in the deck. So run 2 Summoner Monks, 2 Tragoedia. Like I said, it also becomes a level 4. You pitch out a Heraldic Beast, which you want them in the graveyard anyway. So you steal your opponent's level 4 monster, hopefully. And then you get a Heraldic Beast into the grave, which you want. You want your monsters in the grave because, like I've said in the last video, it is a toolbox. And then for the super text in the deck, I run 1 Flame Tiger. When during my draw phase, instead of conducting my draw phase, I can summon this card. So when this card leaves the field, banish it. If I use it for an Exceed, you get around its effect, and it allows me to always have a monster, so then I can normal summon Heraldic Beast and then Exceed. And it also combos great with Chain Dog. Chain Dog, if I control exactly 2 face-up beast-type monsters, I can special summon him from the grave. And then when it leaves the field, it must go out of play, and it must be used for the synchro summon of a beast-type if it's used for a synchro summon. So I'll go over combos later, but these 2, when they're used as Exceed materials, they go back into the grave and you can keep abusing them. And then Sangan to round it out. Sangan gets out Basilisk, it gets out the 2 Yells, but most importantly, it gets out Summoner Monk, which is the toolbox for the deck. Onto the spells, we run 3 Advanced Heraldry Art. As I said in the last video, it's extremely good, and it's stupid broken. You gotta run it at 3. 3 Reborn Medallion, so 3 Monster Reborns basically. 2 Pot of Duality to add some consistency to the deck. It's also a spell card that you can pitch for Summoner Monk and not really lose anything in case you want to go for that route. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon because you want your plays to go through. Your 4th Monster Reborn. Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is in here to first send out Heraldic Beast Leo, then to send out and if that's in the grave, to send out Chain Dog, and then if those 2 are in the grave, send out Flame Tiger. If all 3 of those are in the grave, then you send out any Heraldic Beast. Next is Aberconway. That's the order of the ladder. And then finally, Monster Slots, tech by Lord Solar. It actually works out really well. Everything, like I said, is level 4, so you've always got a monster in the graveyard that you can banish for it. You've always got a level 4 on the field, hopefully. And hopefully you can draw into a level 4 and special summon it. And then that'll be a rank 4 exceed right there. On to the traps. Run 2 Solemn Warning, 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Horn of the Phantom Beast. In case you guys didn't notice, I run quite a bit of beast monsters. I'm actually testing this card out at 2. It probably will go down to 1. But right now I'm testing it at 2, trying to draw to see if I can get its effect off and see if it actually helps me out. So far it has. So it boosts Leo up to 2800, which is pretty hard for most people to get around. And then when Leo goes to the grave, I get a plus anyway, so it's pretty good. Then I'm running 2 Reckless Greed. Run a Reckless Greed to get to my spell cards, and because once Leo gets to the grave, he gets my monsters. He keeps getting me my monsters, so I don't have to worry about that. But getting to my power spell cards is a big deal. Reckless Greed helps me do that. And also with Flame Tiger, and I could be wrong. So if I am wrong, just leave a comment below just telling me that this does not work. But for Flame Tiger, since I'm skipping my draw phase anyway to special summon Flame Tiger, I don't lose anything when I Reckless Greed. Draw 2 cards, then for the next 2 turns, normal or special summon Flame Tiger, and then exceed, and then I don't lose anything. So that's why it's in there. Reckless Greed, discard 1 card. Raigeki Break, discard 1 card, destroy 1 card on the field. Combo's great with Aberconway because you're always going to be adding that to your hand first with Leo. And then it combos with Leo because when you send Leo to the grave, you get another Heraldic Beast. And then finally, XYZ Reborn at 1. And this is a nice tech in because it allows me to get into my exceeds again. It lets me, just plus off them. This is an exceed based deck. That's all this deck does. So why not get that exceed back with 1 more effect on it? Next, I run onto the extra deck. 1 Abyss Dweller. You guys know how good it is. 1 Lavalval Chain when this thing comes out and when I actually get one. It's stupid broken. Crazy broken. 1 Degusta Emerald. 1 Lightning Plover. I go into this with my 2 Aberconways that I have in the graveyard. Hopefully I'll be able to Heraldry Art into it. And it deals with a problematic spell or trap card that my opponent has set along with a problematic monster. So this is a 1 card out to 2 cards. Number 50 Black Ship of Corn, which I just got a couple days ago, and I summoned it every duel that I played today. Every single one. 1 Full-Time Papal Operative. I might have just murdered its name. I don't know, but you guys know how good it is. You have to play it. 1 Fairy King Verdict. I don't know. But anyways, you detach and all non-earth monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense. This card combos beautifully with this card because you make everything weaker, then you summon this and you send that weaker monster to the graveyard. It also helps you get over cards and it helps you activate Leo's effect once you exceed, which is really the main reason it's in there. Because you want Leo in the grave, so you exceed, then you activate, detach Leo, and start searching. 1 number 8 Heraldic King Genome Heritage. Went over that. 1 Utopia, of course, and Utopia Ray. 1 Gemnite Pearl, just to have some muscle in the deck. And then on to the triple 4s, I run 1 Shockmaster. I run 1 Thunderspark Dragon, which you detach 3 materials and destroy all other monsters. So it's almost like a Black Rose, but not really. 1 Vylon de Sigma, really good card too. And 1 Vers Ouroboros, which, if you guys don't know, is supposed to be the Vers Infected Trish. Once per turn, you can either put 1 card from the field back in your opponent's hand, you can take 1 card out of their hand to the graveyard, or you can banish 1 card from their graveyard. So those are all the effects with that. Now, let's go over a couple of the combos, and specifically why these two cards are here. So, what an ideal first hand would be is, let's say that you had Summoner Monk and Pot of Duality. Summoner, let's go all out. Let's just be a little bit funny. Let's say you opened up Stupid Broke, Summoner Monk, Pot of Duality, Foolish Burial, right? So you normal summon Summoner Monk, and if all goes well, you can discard Pot of Duality to special summon one Heraldic Beast Leo. Now, if all of this goes well, you can Exceed into Lavalval Chain. Lavalval Chain's effect activates, discards Leo. Chain then sends Chain Dog to the graveyard. Leo's effect activates, and you get to add any Heraldic Beast from your deck to your hand. So let's say you get to add this. Then you activate Foolish Burial, and you send out your Flame Tiger from your deck to the graveyard. Now you've got the 3 monsters set up for any type of play. Then the deck can get really stupid and really nutty. Because let's say your opponent destroys this, right? Well, it's your turn. You can either draw for your turn, or you can special summon your Flame Tiger. Let's say you opted to do the latter. Let's say you have your Flame Tiger in your hand. On the field, excuse me. Just for the video's sake, because this is not always going to happen, but let's say we know that we added Aberconway from our deck to our hand. So we have this already. And let's say that we were lucky enough to have a Yell in hand too. And for video's sake, we either have Monster Reborn or Reborn Medallion. We run through these, so it's very possible that we could have this in our first hand. So we opt out of our draw phase and we special summon Flame Tiger. Now, what we can do is we can normal summon Aberconway. If my opponent has no response, Reborn Medallion, special summon Leo. Now that I control exactly 2 beast monsters, I can special summon my Chain Dog, right? And at this point, I could stop. This is more than enough. I can Exceed into number 50 Blackcorn, detach, then change it. Then show you guys for the camera. So detach. Then Chain Dog's effect will activate again and allow me to special summon because I have 2 beasts. And then I could triple Exceed right here into a Shockmaster, right? I think this is a pretty awesome field out of, 2 cards? But I could also special summon Heraldic Beast. Yeah, this is the absolute most brokenest hand that I could have. Because if I was able to do this, then what I could do is I could Exceed into Shockmaster, activate its effect to detach, and then I could special summon Chain Dog back, and then triple Exceed again. So essentially, this deck can go double Shockmaster for those of you who would rather play Shockmaster than Virz Ouroboros. It can go double Shockmaster. It can go Virz Ouroboros, Shockmaster. It can go into rank. It can go into 3 rank 4s very easily. And that's the main combo that you're going to want to strive for. So you want to get these 3 cards in the graveyard as fast as physically possible so that you can have turns in which you can just set up like that. Now, this deck is, of course, still in the testing phase. And like I said, your opponent is going, after they figure out, what's going on, they're going to try to stop this, of course. So, be wary of that. But that is the main combo of this deck. And once this deck is out and legal to play, we'll be playing this during the off season of Yu-Gi-Oh! I will be going back to Psychics when I go to Nats, and hopefully by then I'll have figured out how to beat Mermail Atlanteans. But until then, this is what I'm playing with. I'll be giving you guys psychic updates as well. But look out for the updated version of the Heraldic Beast deck when Cosmo Blazer comes out. And as always, comment, rate, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about the new Heraldic Beast deck. And if you guys want to see a tutorial of all the possible combos, you just let me know. And like I said, I will be more than happy to upload that for you guys. Okay, peace.